Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a special guest. Usually we have always interviewed artists who are linking themselves with the world of ballet. The guest of today is Madame Gaëlle Sadaune, and she's not a ballerina, but she is linked with the world of ballet. In which way? She is a professional pianist and accompanist at the Opera House of Paris Ballet School, which is in Nanterre. So it's a prestigious figure and an important artist that we have today, Madame Gaëlle Sadaune, because she will explain how she started learning and then became a professional pianist, and how she entered at the Opera House of Paris of Nanterre. Good morning, Madame Gaëlle Sadaune. How are you doing?
Good morning, Jean. Good morning, Jean-Pierre. I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine.
It's a great pleasure. It's a great pleasure to speak with you.
Me too. I'm very honored and very pleased to have you online. It's really something very special. It's a special gift, and I must thank you with all my heart that you have accepted, because it's not every day that we can have an important person like you. And
sorry, Jean.
no worries, because sometimes the picture frees, and this is the internet connection. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So we are going to do the interview in English. I know that you prefer to do it in French, but in case you might have some problems, never mind.
Okay.
We are going to be spontaneous. As it comes, it comes. And if you have some difficulties speaking in English, you say it in French, and I will try to translate. Because my English also is not perfect. Okay?
We'll try. We'll try.
So, how did you start learning piano? Or did you start with ballet and then you swapped into piano studies? How did it start?
Oh, sorry. Oof, the picture.
No problem, no problem.
I began very young, at 19, and I'm 42 now. So I began in this job very young, and by chance. I didn't know that this job existed. Yes. You understand? So I discovered it by chance. One day, once upon a time, the director of the conservatory where I was a student asked me, are you interested in accompanying dance? What? I said. I learned in accompanying a musician. Yes. I learned accompanying singers, but no dancers.
Which is different.
Yeah. so, okay. I'm going to try, but I arrived in a studio. There were many dancers, many young dancers, girls, no boys, but there are many girls students. So how can I say? je me suis assise au piano.
You just sat in front of the
I'm
piano.
sitting at the piano.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, yeah, and I began playing, and suddenly, how can I say that? There coup de foudre.
Yeah, so just like a thunder, you know, who touched your heart.
Yeah, yeah. I loved when I began playing piano, and suddenly all these students moving,
Yeah,
and wow, I was impressed.
yes.
So
Like if they took life, they became to life.
yeah, yeah. So I fall in love with this job. But
Was that an audition that you were doing for the first
I
time?
know,
No.
not at all, not at all. It was just because the director was looking for a pianist
Yes.
to accompany dance
Yeah.
dance course.
Yeah.
So he contacted me.
Yeah.
Yes, I said yes. Okay, I'm interested, but I didn't know how to accompany dance.
Yeah.
So I learned in the studio with the dancers.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
but was
they are.
who was the ballet teacher who was giving class at that day?
It was a teacher, and a woman teacher,
Yeah.
and she explained me with her words.
Yes, with the tempo,
Yes,
the different tempo of each movement.
Yeah, could you play me a valse, a tango? So I tried to improvise.
Yeah.
It was a question of adaptation.
Yes. Yes. Very good.
But
You had to adapt yourself very quickly.
yeah, very quickly. That's the word. Very quickly.
So
That's
you
all
didn't
the question of our.
you didn't have any rehearsals. You just went there and you just throw yourself as
Yeah,
it comes. It's like if
that's
you
it.
say to a prima ballerina, you go on stage without rehearsals.
Yeah, exactly.
And how did you feel after the class? Were you happy
It
about
was
your work?
strange. It was a strange sensation, but very, very, very agreeable.
Yes.
And I said to myself, I want to do this job. I can't explain. It was really a coup de foudre. That was. I can't
It's like
explain that.
something magic that touches your heart.
Yeah. That was that exactly.
Yeah.
And but it wasn't perfect.
Yes, but I mean, this was the beginning. It was the beginning, the first beginning.
Yeah, it wasn't perfect. It was the beginning. So I must to improve. That was I had to improve the work to perfect the way of play. So that
And
it was really exciting.
and how much time did you get? It took to get used to play for classes a bit better and better and better until it was perfect. Did it take something like a couple of months?
Not so long. Not so long. It took to me really a few weeks to understand. After it was practice.
Yes.
Practice, daily practice,
Yes.
because it was every day. It was not once a week, once a month. No, it was daily practice. So
Yes.
you can perfect very quickly
Yes.
the practice. But you have to ask yourself the good question.
Yes. Yeah.
Not
And,
not just because
in,
she asks me to play a valse, I
yeah.
play a valse. No, why? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why do we have to play a valse for
Yes.
this exercise and
And
etc. etc.
when you first started to play as an accompanist in this place where you told me, were you aware, for instance, of some movements of ballet like the grand plié, battement tendu, rond de jambe à terre or rond de jambe en l'air? You had no idea, or you just had a little simple idea of what was ballet?
No, no. I was fond of dance.
Yes,
I was fond of musicals, Jane
yes,
Kelly, Fred Astaire. I was fond of, and I loved today. I still love today, but no, no, I didn't know what a plié was.
yes.
A plie? Oh, what's that? What does that mean? I didn't know. So if, I discovered all the steps.
Yeah,
What does that mean? A plié? What dégagé? Oui, I didn't know. I no no no. I didn't know. So I discovered. I tried to understand
yeah,
the links between a valse and a rond de jambe. Why playing a tango with fondu? No,
yeah.
no, I discovered all that. I didn't know anything about dance, about classical dance, about the steps. So I don't know.
So now, all of the practice that you have been doing, did you write it down on some records, or is everything in your head, in your memory?
Uh,
Est-ce que vous avez
uh,
enregistré tout ça dans votre mémoire ou bien vous avez écrit tout ça?
for the music,
For the music and for the ballet steps.
uh, for the composition or what?
For the class, for the ballet class. For the, I'm going to say it in French. I'm going to say it in French and then I will
Okay,
translate.
okay.
Est-ce que lors du premier jour que vous avez commencé jusqu'au maintenant, est-ce que vous avez eu l'opportunité d'enregistrer tout, enfin de copier sur un note tout ce que vous avez, l'expertise que vous avez eue, ou bien vous avez tout simplement mémorisé ça?
I during a lesson,
Yes.
I play a lot of repertoire.
Yes.
Like this Swan Lake, etc., etc. Tchaikovsky,
Yes.
Chopin.
Yes.
I try to play a lot of repertoire for the students, for the
Yes.
culture,
Yes.
because I consider we have a pedagogical role
Yes.
in a dance course. So I play a lot of repertoire, but I can improvise too.
Yes.
So I try to think about recording with my mobile to not forget. I improvise too. So I record with my mobile with when I have an idea, a
Yes.
beautiful idea.
Yes.
So I record, and at home I re-listen. And so I try to copy on a paper, effectively.
Yes.
But so after the work of composition, to improve the improvisation. Because improvisation, you play, but it's not perfect. It's not always. You don't know where you go, where you are going. So it's the principle of improvisation. You don't know. When you compose, it's another work. You perfect the improvisation. You clean it.
You clean the work. You clean the work.
Yeah.
And so after this first step you have done, which was quite hard, quite tough experience, when did you move to the Nanterre Opera House Academy as professional accompagnist?
So I was engaged at 2011. So I begin this year my 12th year in this academy. So I'm very proud to working in this school, of course.
Is one of the most important schools in Europe.
Yeah, I know. So it was an audition.
You made an audition?
Yeah.
For what type of class did you do? Audition for small student, or for the middle age, or big one?
Officially, it was a job for grand class.
Advanced class, yes.
Yeah, advanced class. But I didn't know. I didn't know with which class I will be.
Yes.
Miss
surprise.
Yeah, exactly. So I discovered at the beginning of the year the schedule. Yes. I received the schedule by email, and I saw, oh my God, I will be with the boys. Wow. I didn't think so. I was supposed working with Mrs. Gaida with the fourth division of girls. I thought, and I was surprised. Yes, I received the schedule. Oh, I will be with the first division of boys. Woo! It was Mr. Namon, Jacques Namon, this year, and he retired 5 years ago. Yes. And now it's Mr. Romoli, Wilfred Romoli, with the first division of boys. So
have you ever met? Have you ever met or worked with Madame Claude Bessy?
No. No. I didn't. No. I never met this wonderful woman.
She's a wonderful person, a great.
Yeah. It was her birthday some days ago. She's 90 years old. It's very impressive. It's really impressive.
She's a very strong woman with strong character.
Yeah. But no, I never met this woman. I never worked with her.
And it is, I think it is thanks to Madame Claude Bessy that the Opera House Academy of Nanterre has been working and how to say created, because before that they were working at the old Opera House of Paris.
Exactly.
And it is thanks to Claude Bessy that they moved to Nanterre. So she had a great merit with the Ministry of Culture in France and everything.
It was a really revolution. at this era, I think, for
Yeah.
the students. It was a
student,
really great, because they are, I don't know how to say in English, but internat.
Yes.
Internat, cantine, et la scolarité le matin.
Le matin. So they had the school in the morning, then the normal formal studies in the afternoon, or the ballet studies, and then they could sleep at Nanterre because they had their own space where they could sleep. But it's a beautiful ballet academy. It's a beautiful, very big. It's very big. But you are not the only pianist, or there are other pianists also.
Yeah, we are 12 pianists.
Because I don't think you are going to play every day for all classes.
Very exhausting. At the end of the day.
Otherwise, you will be Figaro qui, Figaro lì, Figaro qui, Figaro lì.
Yes, we have. We are 12 pianists. There are 12 teachers too, for every class. For every class has a teacher and a pianist. So it's really exceptional. It's exceptional because in the conservatory nowadays they are teachers, but not always pianists. The job disappeared day after day. It's very dangerous because money, because of money, but it's regrettable. But
I know that the people who are working in this National Ballet Academy, it's an excellent team because you are very united, and you all work for to pass on the passion of the performing art to the younger generation, and this is what I appreciate very much. Can be pianists, can be ballet teachers, or character dance, or whatever they do, repertoire. But it's a wonderful team that you are, and you have the chance to work with these people. Because it's a big family. It's like a big family, and this is nice.
Yeah.
I have seen a beautiful. I have seen a beautiful photo of you with other teachers and the whole team, and which is really outstanding, really beautiful. So, how many hours do you work per day normally?
Normally, about 3 or 4 hours per day. There are, in general, 2 courses in the afternoon.
Yes.
Because there are scholarity
in the morning.
In the morning. So dance is in the afternoon in general, and about 2 or 3 courses because Mrs. Platel doesn't want the students are too exhausted at the end of the day, because they have a lot of work per day. So
and so how is Mrs. Madame Platel with you? How does she respond to your work, to your music, and is she happy about your work?
Oh yeah, but she's happy with every teacher, every pianist, with all of her team. She's very happy of her team. She's very proud. Every day she arrives at the school, and we feel the happiness in her eyes. She's a wonderful woman too.
She's a wonderful woman. Yes, she's a great artist also. And so, do you? It's difficult what I'm going to ask, but do you, when you play ballet class for girls, the music tempo might be not at the bar, but maybe at the center. the music tempo maybe will be different from the boys ballet class, because a boys ballet class need a stronger, to feel stronger tempo, especially in the center, in the elevation, in the jumps, and
Of course.
yes, the diagonals and everything, because the technique is also different. Do you did you get familiar with this difference to do ballet class with girls and ballet class with boys?
How I said before,
Yes.
I was engaged for the for a boy class. So I'm specialized in boys.
Yes.
But I love playing for girls too. I like playing for girls too. But it effectively, it's not the same way of playing.
Different, yeah.
When you are with girls, it's more light.
Yes.
It's more energetic. It's more precise. It's a work of feet.
Because there is the point work also. There is
Yeah,
the point work.
shoes. Yeah. So it's more sexy. I can't say that. It's more light, yes, precise. With the boys, effective. It must be the big jumps, so more strong, way of playing more heavy. But with Mr. Romoli, we have a way of thinking that it's a little caricatural. Can I say?
Yes.
Girls light, boys heavy. It's a little caricatural. It can be more subtle.
Yes.
The boys have more. How can I say? The boys have the men in the ballet have roles more subtle.
Yes.
Now, with Nureyev in the Black Swain, you have a very, very slow variation.
Yes.
Very expressive. It's not boom, 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 boom. It's not that. So, with Mr. Romoli, we think the men working, the men way of working can be more subtle, more lyrical, more that it's not just a boom, boom, boom. I don't know. In French,
it's not always like a Spartacus. It's a little bit more gentle, like style.
Yeah. That's it.
For the pas de deux class, also, do you have some difficulties, or you feel at your ease when you have to do a pas de deux class? For instance, well, if it's music of Swan Lake, it's easy maybe for you, but if something particular that the choreographer or the teacher asks you, do you have to think about it, or you just throw yourself as it comes?
Oh, it's Jean-Pierre, when I'm in a classroom, I think dance. So it's my job. It's my job, and I know. I know how to do now. So 11 years ago, I didn't. A lot of years ago, I didn't know. I discovered. But now today, I know. I know what to do. I know what to play. And I love my job. So it's natural. How can I say?
Everything comes naturally.
I think dance, I breath dance, I play dance. So whatever.
Yes.
Pas de deux, girl class, boy class, never mind.
Yeah. It's okay. Everything is okay
it's okay.
because you had many years of apprenticeship,
Yeah,
so everything
yeah,
is easy for you now to play
yeah,
whatever you have in front of you.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it, how does it feel when, for instance, the teacher asks you, they tell you, no, Gaëlle, this is not the tempo I want, but I want another tempo. And maybe you do it, you don't understand, and you keep doing the same tempo you were doing before. How are the teachers with you? Do they talk to you kindly, or sometimes they get a little bit, oh, I ask you this?
That's life. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Honestly, it's a regular situation. Yeah, yeah. But the solution is keep calm.
You keep yeah.
Yeah. I try to keep calm. Don't be nervous and don't be aggressive.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, it arrives. It arrives. The teacher can be stressed.
Yes.
It's can be anxious.
Yeah.
The teacher asks a lot of questions in his mind. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
The
mustn't
teacher
forget that
can speak.
we mustn't forget that ballet teachers are human
Yeah,
beings. They are not machines.
exactly. No, so my solution personally is to keep calm.
Yeah.
Don't be nervous and brave. Always braving.
Yes.
It's my religion. Keep stay
Yeah.
calm, keep calm and brave and listen.
Yes.
So he told me I'm too fast. It's too fast. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
try. We'll
Yeah.
try. There's always a solution.
There's always, yes.
So
Yes. Between the
so
pianist and the dancers and ballet teachers, there's always a solution.
yeah.
And how does it feel for you when, as soon as you touch you with your fingers the keyboard of the piano, that you see those students starting to move and to dance
Mm.
and to evolve, like if they had a magic wand, boom, and it's only all is directed by your great music. So how does it feel for you to see all these people moving with your music?
Ah, it's wonderful. It's magical. It's a how can I say that's c'est ce qui m'a fait aimer ce métier
So
in
this is
French.
what made you felt in love with ballet.
Yeah, yeah. You play a note and wow. It's,
And
I can't.
when do you play piano? Because it depends of the pianist, you see. But there are some pianists who play, they are accompanying the ballet class without any paper partition. They just sit and play because they know all the music they have in their mind. And so there are some others who have, the note partition and they turn the
Score.
page.
Yeah.
It depends also of the rehearsals and everything. But what type of pianist you are? Do you just go and make your own improvisation all the time, or you sometimes you use the partition?
The two, the two situations.
The two
I can improvise, and I can play with a score, with a
Yes,
partition. It depends. It depends of the situation. Me personally, I have a tablet.
Ah, okay.
It's magical. This because you can download all the score you want in the tablet. It's a magic. It's magical. You can have me. I think I had 3,000 scores in my tablet. It's a yeah. So wow, you can play everything you want. So it depends. It depends of the situation. It depends of the exercise of the teacher. It depends of it's a question of feeling. Every day it's different. That's I like in this job.
It's like
it's very different.
Ballet class must be different one day to another. It cannot be the same.
No. So it's a question of feeling.
Yes.
The students, the dancers, the students can be tired, so you have to play something that that give them the energy.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are very excited, too excited, so you have to
cool down.
It depends. It depends.
Yeah.
Of the feeling.
Of the feeling. Yeah. And between one class and another, do you have a few minutes break, or you just do 1, 2, 3 classes, all one behind the other?
So we had a rest, 15 minutes rest between the two lessons.
Just to take a coffee or a tea or something. Yes.
Yeah. I think it's not the same at the ballet. At the school, we have a 15 minutes rest, but at the ballet, I'm not sure. I think they have no break between the course, between the two lessons. I think they have no break.
Yes. So, it must be difficult for the pianist, because if a pianist for the ballet company must play for the ballet class and rehearsals, it's a little difficult, because what happens if he wants to go to the toilet?
Yeah.
It must be difficult.
I can confirm that, because I practiced in the ballet too. I play for the ballet too, and I
Did you play for ballet company?
Yeah. Sometimes they asked to the pianist of the school to go at the ballet, and I confirm it's a little exhausting to have no break between two lessons of 1 hour and a half. It's very hard.
It's very hard. Yes.
Yeah.
And do you ever play for the private ballet school?
Oh, excuse me, Jean-Pierre.
Did you ever play piano or accompany piano for the private ballet schools, not for the opera house?
Yeah. Oh, not now, not yet. How can I say? Plus maintenant.
Not now anymore.
Not anymore. But I did it.
Before.
But not
before.
Well, before, but not now. I don't have any time.
Yes.
I need to work for myself.
Yes.
I need time to compose, to create. It's really important for me. So I don't have any time. I don't anymore. I don't have time anymore.
And how is the relationship between you and the students of the Opera House Ballet Academy? when you go to the ballet studio, are students saying hello, like you know, like a friend, or they just say hello, madam, and finish? Do they talk to you? Do they like to you know to make you
Yeah.
feel like if you are a part of the family, like a human being?
Oh, it's really important for me. They are the relationship
Yes,
between
the
not
student.
just student, pianist, teacher.
Yeah,
It's important that they are a link. They
yes,
are a link. So I like playing sometimes some pop songs
oh,
because
nice.
the student, yeah, it's sometimes, not always, because we are here we are in the school for working, so but sometimes I play Michael Jackson,
Yes,
Beyonce, because they know these songs.
yes.
So when I play this music, I can see a smile in their
They
eyes.
they they,
They
they
are,
become electrified when they see,
yeah,
they feel
yeah,
his
yeah,
music.
yeah. When I feel they are sad, for example, they are
Yes,
tired,
yes.
they are sad. So I play Billie Jean. Oh, and suddenly, we are more happy. So
So they forget about the sadness and they forget about the
yeah,
difficult task in ballet.
I think that's my job too, to feel uh, to feel that
Yes,
it's a sensation.
yes,
It's always different.
yeah.
And so they are linked. We are we
You
are
have a link
speaking.
in a good friendship. You are in a good
Yeah,
friendship with everyone.
yeah. Not
Uh,
just I play and they dance. No, it's not just that. They are
Otherwise, it has no sense if you go there just
yeah,
to play and you finish and you go out. No,
yeah, exactly.
it must be a feeling between the
Mm.
dancers
A
and
con
pianist,
Yeah, a contact.
the
It's
contact. Yeah.
really important for me. A
Yes.
contact
Also,
with her.
the mental contact is very important because
Mm, mm,
you feel you are like a radio and you feel you
mm,
know the when the students are sad or they are happy, and you
mm,
make them happy when they are sad.
mm.
You see.
Exactly. And
And do you usually have a meeting between all the teachers and all the pianists to discuss about and improve and evolve about this to make something a progress in the school?
they are meeting with teachers
Yeah,
regularly.
yeah.
Uh, but with a pianist,
Not
oh,
much.
not much.
No.
C'est dommage.
Right.
En
It's a
français,
shame. Yes, it's a shame.
yeah. But no, but we can, enfin, on discute beaucoup entre nous, les pianistes.
So you discuss a lot between the pianists. You
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
ouais, yeah.
all the problems that you encounter during the work.
Yeah, about the how to improve the job.
Yes,
It's really important for us because I think the job has improved a lot.
yes,
It's better now. 50 years ago, the pianists were not the same. It wasn't really a job. You
yes,
play piano. It was like a piano bar.
yes.
With
So there
now
wasn't
it's
any special
No.
Can I say, a special figure to the pianist like today.
Yeah.
Today,
Yeah.
the pianist is very important. I had a pianist once who told me, remember, Jean-Pierre, that without pianists, you can never do a good class. Because
he's right.
and I think also that when a ballet teacher gave a ballet class with a pianist, it's completely different than a ballet class only with tape recorder, with the machine.
No,
With the pianist, it's more alive,
Yeah.
and it becomes more interesting also for the steps, for the enchaînement, for the students, and the atmosphere totally change.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what would you do if one day another opera house would contact you and tell you, Madame Gaëlle, would you be interested to play for Royal Ballet or for the American Ballet Theatre or for the Bolshoi, but for the ballet company or also for the Ballet Academy? If something would be offered to you, how would you react?
Oh, it's a big question. I would be pleased. I would be pleased, of course. But I should think of that, of course, because my life is here in France.
Yes.
My family is here. My husband. So
Because you have all in Paris, in France.
Yeah.
It's difficult
My family is here. So it depends. In Italy, there's no problem.
Yes.
In Europe, there's no problem.
Yeah.
Royal Ballet in English. Oh yes, I think I would be very interested. It's not so far.
No, 1 hour of
not
plane
so
and you are already there.
Yeah. But America, oof, it's very far. So oof,
Yeah.
it would be more complicated, of course.
Yes, I
But
understand.
in Europe, yeah, I think it would be interesting. Yeah. In
And
England, Royal Ballet.
when did you started launching yourself as a composer? I mean, that you started creating your own music and for ballet and also for not ballet. But I think that you most do for the ballet, for the Ballet World, because I have seen different type of music on the net, on Spotify, which is really beautiful. So when did you start? In which year? It's a long time ago or just recently?
Recently.
Recently.
I started 2 or 3 years ago with the COVID. I benefited of breakdown, lockdown. Pardon, excuse me. It was the benefit of the lockdown.
Yeah.
I had time. To compose.
So in some way, the pandemic was useful for many artists because they started creating a lot of new things while they were at home.
Yeah. It was more difficult for the neighbors, but
Yes.
but for me it was very benefic because I had time to create.
Yes.
So I was happy. So it was very it was a very dark period, but
Yes.
uh,
It
was
brought some light in your heart, what you have created during the pandemic. So that gave you a lot of hope to share your beautiful work with the rest of the world. And
that's it.
so what would be your message to the young dancers who are watching you today in this interview? What is your message that comes from your heart as a pianist?
I did hear an interview with Mrs. Platel at a French radio recently.
Yes.
And she was speaking about the relation between dance and music. Yeah. And there was a sentence that was very interesting. She was saying feel your music, and she uses a metaphor that was very beautiful. Imagine alors, je vais le dire en français.
Oui.
Imaginez que vous rentrez dans de l'eau.
Imagine that you are plunging yourself into water. Yes.
Yeah. And it was a beautiful metaphor for me. Yeah. Because we are, for the students, we are not an enemy.
Yes.
For the students, often they think about the exercise. They think about I hurt my leg. Oh my God! So they are worried about many things. Yeah. And pianist, we are their friend. We are our friend. We are your friend. Yeah. We are here to help you, to help forget your hurts, forget your worries, forget everything, and think about dance and pleasure of dancing with music, with beautiful music. We try to inspire you. So we are your friends. We're not an enemy. It's important. That's I can say to the young student. We are beautiful. Here to help you.
That is beautiful what you have said. Really beautiful. Have you ever, during ballet classes or after ballet classes, seen some students who were so disappointed of the work, of the technique, that maybe they could also, after class, you have seen them crying? What is your feeling when you see some young ballerina, or dancers who are disappointed and sometimes they cry because they don't succeed in the enchaînement, they don't succeed following the tempo, or sometimes because the teacher is requesting too much discipline? So how is your feeling as a pianist that you see that?
We are feeling like her. I'm feeling like her, because I feel disappointed too. We can't be neutral. Yes. We can't be neutral. We see a dancer crying sometimes, and it's very difficult to see a student crying in front of you. So I'm crying too, in my heart, of course. We want the students
be happy,
succeed.
Yes.
We want be happy. It's really important. But there's a sentence of a musical teacher in school at the opera school of Paris, Monsieur Prouty, Mr. Prouty, and he often says, keep your kindness mind. Gardez votre âme d'enfant.
Yes, keep your heart like a child always.
Yeah, voilà. And I like this sentence because when they are children, students are happy, everything is joyful, and suddenly when they are adults, it's teenager, it's more difficult. Sadness, deception, frustration, hurt, injuries, etc., etc. But where is the joyful of the childness?
Yes.
It's important they keep that.
Yes.
They are always children. We are always children. So it's really important, I think, to keep in mind.
Unfortunately, this is something that happens to many teenagers because from 10 years old up to 18, there is a mental and physical development. And so sometimes, it's very difficult to get into this adult life and to accept the adult life, because this is the moment where you have to launch yourself into the adult life. You can't get out of it and say, I want to stay like a child. You have to do it. So sometimes young people, they are very depressed because they have very great difficulties going into this adult life. But it's people like you with your music that help them. Your music is like a medicine for young people.
Yeah.
Because when you play beautiful music, young students, they forget their problems. Even I think even adults, when they listen to your music, they forget their problems. The music has a therapeutic effect on the soul, which is very important.
Yeah.
And just one little thing, which is also very important for me. If you see Madame Platel or the other artists who work with you, they are welcome to join Ballet International. Because I think that great artists like in the ballet school are very important to have them in Ballet International, not for me, but for the young generation, for the audience, for the people who make part of Ballet International. Because your interview today is going to be watched by many countries. There are about 83 countries who are in Ballet International. There are about 3,500 people in Ballet International. So they will look at your interview and they will have an idea of what is the Opera House of Paris Academy Ballet School. And this is very important because not many people have the same chance that you have to go in there, to work every day, to see the students, to see the artistic director, to see the other teachers. So you are the only person in this group in Ballet International today who has been giving a very clear picture of what is happening inside the Opera House Ballet Academy. You see, this is a great chance for everyone.
Yeah.
You see? So what would be
I know.
what would be your message to the people who make part of Ballet International, you as an artist, as a pianist, who is dealing with ballet? What is your message? You know that also people who don't do ballet, they must be educated. There is a certain cliche that you have to respect when you go to see a performance. You see how to get dressed, how to watch the performance, and how to behave in the auditorium. Now, the people who are watching you today, what would you tell them about this cliché, about this education, about it makes part of a culture that for France stands from centuries?
I think how can I say? So how can I say?
Vous pouvez le
I
dire en
agree
français.
with you, Jean-Pierre. I agree with you, Jean-Pierre. I think the School of Opera at Paris is a secret world. It's
Yes.
it's like a secret world, effectively. But I think oui, je vais peut-être le dire en français, ce sera peut-être plus simple.
Oui.
C'est vrai que l'école de danse de l'Opéra de Paris, elle fascine. Elle fascine parce que il y a ce côté secret
Alors,
très mystérieux.
Madame Gaëlle is saying that the Opera House Ballet Academy is fascinating the audience. Why? Because for the secrecy or the secret that is within the Ballet Academy is not spread out the world, but is kept inside. So this is what creates the interest of audience to know a little bit more and more and more. Because I think you are right, because if the opera house or the ballet academy would open to everyone the secrets, nobody would be interested.
Exactly. That's the principle. But you know, the students are young children like others.
Yes.
They are exceptional because they are curious. They are very curious. But it's they are children, so they are humans. They are humans. There are no mystery of that. But what I want to say, it's the career of a dancer is very short.
Unfortunately,
Musician is different. The career of a musician is very long. 30, 40 years, 50 years. Rubinstein died on the stage. But for dancers, it's different. The careers are very short.
Yes,
So,
yes, because at the age of 40, a ballet dancer must stop, but a ballet pianist can play until the age of 65, 70, and even more.
Yeah.
So there are no limits.
So it's not the same feeling of life, effectively. But what is important, it's always a perpetual remise en question. Je ne sais pas comment on dit en anglais.
Always renewing the same questions every time.
Yeah.
Yes.
To improve the dance, to improve the practice of dance, to improve the teaching of dance too, because I think there are more. Enfin, je pense qu'il y a eu beaucoup de progrès dans la pédagogie de la danse.
So in the pedagogic side, there has been a lot of progress. This is what you are saying. Yes.
En termes de psychologie
in terms
de
of
l'enfant.
Psychology of the children.
Parce que c'est une pratique, it's a difficult practice dance.
Yeah.
It's a difficult for the body. Nous les musiciens, ça va. Bon, on a nos blessures, mais c'est pas la même chose. Les danseurs, vous avez des douleurs, souvent des douleurs.
Donc, for ballet dancers, they get hit from the age directly. But for the ballet pianist, it's different because they have the up and downs, but typically they are not, I mean, they don't work and stress their body like a ballet dancer. They play piano, but they get much stronger with the music, while the ballet dancers, it's consuming their bodies. Unfortunately, you are right. Unfortunately, you are right. Sorry?
Tell me, Jean-Pierre.
So, do you play always for ballet, classical academic ballet, or you play also for modern contemporary dance or for other type of discipline?
Yeah, at the school, I play for contemporary class every Friday. Every Friday afternoon, the students have a contemporary class. The second division, girls and boys, have a contemporary class every Friday afternoon. So since for 2 years now, they had the Martha Graham lessons.
Wow, nice.
Contraction. Contraction. I didn't know this choreographer. I discovered with the teacher, Iris Florentini. I know, of course, Cunningham, Bijar, but Martha Graham, I didn't know her a lot. Yes. So I discovered the technique, and the students too. So they are very surprised. they were very surprised at the beginning. Yeah. Contraction, what that? What does? But it's really interesting. So
I think that the ballet students they enjoy more Martha Graham than the classic one.
Yeah, they are surprised at the beginning. They are surprised, but now
they enjoy it.
Yeah. So
what are your projects for the future?
To create. Never stop creating. So yes, I want to compose. Yes, I like creating. I like composing. And my dream it's to meet a choreographer and work all together with a great creation. That's my dream. My little dream.
Would you think that maybe not all, but some pieces of your composition could be one day orchestrated instead of piano? Yeah. Because I think that today in 2022, now we are approaching to 2023, but I think that also the type of classes based on piano, it's very nice. But sometimes using the orchestrated music for the ballet steps, it helps because you feel more the music with the orchestra. It's like if you are on stage with the orchestra. You feel it differently than the piano. Piano is beautiful, but if you make, for instance, a grand plié exercise, in first, second, fourth, and fifth, and whatever, with orchestra music, of course, the costs are very enormous because to play for the full orchestra, just a grand plié, they will tell you, Jean-Pierre, you are completely crazy. But if you do,
there's no place in the studio for an orchestra.
But if you do the whole series of exercises, from grand plié, the whole bar, and also the le milieu, the center work and everything with the orchestra. That would be lovely. I mean, this is my idea, but I'm sure that people will listen to me and they will say Jean-Pierre is completely
Oh, no, I agree with
out
you.
of
I
mind.
agree with you. I completely agree with you, Jean-Pierre. Because at the school, we have a pianist who play cello too.
Ah,
So in the studio, sometimes he plays piano, sometimes he plays cello. And one day I hear him,
yes.
and it was very interesting because with the cello you
Yeah.
can do legato.
Ah,
Legato.
yes.
You can't do the same thing with the piano.
Yes.
Piano, it's a percussive instrument,
Yeah.
polyphonic instrument.
Yeah.
So, but with a cello, you can, avec l'archet, je ne sais plus
Oui,
en
oui,
anglais,
oui.
do the legato.
Yes.
And it's not the same feeling. For the dancers, it was really, really interesting.
Yeah.
Just a cello. So
Yeah.
imagine an orchestra. Wow!
That would be extraordinary.
So I agree with you. I agree with you.
So the French,
Uh,
the ballet steps at the bar and the center work, le milieu, how we say in French, are all based on the French language. You know, all the steps,
mm,
attitude, battement, grand battement, petit battement serré sur le bout de pied, but are all in French. While the music is all based in Italian. Allegro, adagio, pizzicato,
Allegretto, ouais,
allegretto.
pizzicato.
So how do you manage with this Italian
Oh, I,
sound?
I, I love. uh, uh, it's very easy. It's very easy. It's natural because the dancers understand and the dancers understand the
Yeah,
language, the
yeah.
Italian language. When when we say adagio, I understand, of course, adagio. We imagine a lyrical
Yeah.
melody, Pavarotti. So the Italian language is very clear.
Yeah.
So there's no problem. There's no problem of translation. But it's very exciting.
Yes.
French, Italian, English. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Well,
It's
as you see, the languages are different, but there is one thing, one international language, which is music.
yeah.
Because once you are playing music in, you see the globe who is turning around me, next to me, you play your music in all the globe, you will see that people want to dance.
Yeah.
And
There's no need to.
this is the real international language that everybody
Yeah.
understands.
Yeah.
So
There's no need to
doesn't
speak.
matter, yes, doesn't
Yeah.
matter if the people are the Russian, Chinese, Japanese, or the American, or English, whatever, but they understand the music. And this is the important part of the art.
Yeah.
So what is, now we are approaching to the end of our interview, unfortunately, because time has passed. First, I wish to extend my thanks, my sincere thanks to you, Madame Gaëlle,
Thank you too, Jean-Pierre.
for accepting to participate to this wonderful interview. We have made it successfully, like a ballet class with up and down. You with your English, me also with my English, which is not perfect. But I think that Ballet International people will like it, and also on YouTube. do you accept me to upload your interview on YouTube?
Of course,
Okay.
no problem.
Okay,
No
and
problem.
I will send you the link in order that
Yeah.
you can send them to to all the people who are working with you at the Opera House Academy of Paris, and or if you wish. And also, I will upload the link on Ballet International.
Yeah,
So,
with pleasure.
so thank you very much, Madame Gaëlle. And
thank you very much too,
I have
Jean-Pierre.
no words to thank you. I feel really humble, and I have no words because I am so happy. I'm happy. You know why? Because I'm working with someone who's making part of a big theater or a big academy in France. From France, I have very few people, but you are the first
Yeah.
one. You know, in Ballet International, I have very few. I don't have many artists of France in Ballet International, but you are the first one. There is another pianist that I like very much. I don't know if you work with him. Is Monsieur Choukroun.
Yeah, Laurent Choukroun, of course. It's my colleague.
But does he play for the ballet company or for the ballet school?
I work with him every day. He works for the school. He's chef de chant. I don't know in English. In French, it's a chef de chant.
Oui.
But he works at the school.
Yes.
Yeah, he works at the school with me. So I see him every day. So we are colleagues.
So invite him to join the Ballet International. No, when you see when you see your colleague, just tell them there's a crazy man in Rome whose name is Jean-Pierre, and he is inviting everyone in Ballet International. Just come and join. Just come and join. You know, maybe some of them will join.
So
Madame
I
Gaëlle,
suggest him to.
Madame Gaëlle, merci beaucoup pour votre participation. Thank you for your participation. And please keep in touch. And all the best of love to you, to your family, and to all the students of your ballet classes.
I'll send them. Thank you, Jean-Pierre.
Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Bye.
Bye bye.